Assalamu alaikum students, how is going? This is your English teacher ABM Yusuf Imam from Horikhali High School, Shunatala, Bogura. Hope you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah in this COVID-19 situation. All the praises for Almighty Allah that we are even fine in this situation. So to enjoy this class, stay tuned. It's a class for the students of class 7 unit 8 lesson 4. In our last class we discussed lesson 3. Today our topic is Paul visits Kavita's house. In our last class we discussed Paul visits Kavita's school. Okay, so in this class, after completing this class, we will be able to read and understand texts, ask and answer question, write answer to question. Today, at the very beginning of our class, like other classes, we will also learn some important vocabularies that are available in your textbook. Okay, so at the very first we will learn about skip, verb, sip, verb. Sip means we take tea. When we take tea, we do this. Very at the time of taking very cold or very hot thing, this is called sip. So drink by taking a small mouthful. We drink water this way, but we never drink tea that way. So sip means the style of taking tea. Okay. Reluctant. Sometimes we show no, I would not like to do that. I don't like to do that. We deny to do sometimes to do some works. This this unwillingness is called reluctant. So it's an adjective, unwilling. Dish. Dish means a big plate. But dish has another meaning, and that is food. So dish is a noun, food. Dessert. Sometimes we eat sweet foods, that is rice pudding, sometimes cakes, sometimes after taking our food at night or in the afternoon or at noon, after having our lunch, we take some fruits, some sweet foods that are called dessert. So dessert, sweet food. Chopped. If we cut this pen into pieces, small pieces or pieces, that is chopped. So in home our mothers cut onion into small pieces, that is chopped. So chopped means cut something into pieces. That may be small, that may be big. Okay, so chop. The main word is chop, and this is past form. Verb transitive, verb intransitive. Cut into pieces. Skip. Sometimes we say give up. That means no need. Left that. This give up, this left is called skip. So it means jump lightly over, which we do not accept. Just jump lightly over. Okay, now I am you can take a screenshot. Okay, and I am erasing the board. In this part we will learn what they do when Paul visits Kavita's house. Paul is a foreigner. He is visiting Kavita's. He visited Kavita's school. Now he is visiting Kavita's house. When Paul goes to Kavita's house, Kavita greeted him, but Kavita's mother is a shy woman. She was unwilling, reluctant to go in front of Paul. But Paul greeted her by his newly learned Bengali "Kemon achen." Usually, we ask our superiors "Kemon achen." Just like that, Paul asks Kavita's mother "Kemon achen." Kavita's mother liked the words, Bengali words, from the mouth of an English person hearing the words. So, Kavita wanted to Paul that Paul would write something for Kavita's school's magazine. And by this time, when they were gossiping, Paul and Kavita were gossiping. By this time, Kavita's mother cooked a large number of many items. He cooked even dried fish bharta, mashed potato, then dessert and so many foods. Paul enjoyed all the Bangladeshi dishes. He was very glad to see the foods, but he skipped. He did not take dried fish bharta and mashed potato because he is afraid of chopped onion and red chilies. Okay. But Paul was very glad because he became tired eating the same foods for the weeks. For last few weeks, he was eating vegetables and fried eggs. So Paul said thank to Kavita and her mother, and then he goes out, then he depart from Kavita's home. So students, I think this text is not very difficult. You have already understood this text we are going to discuss. So you go through the text for 10 minutes. By this time, like other classes, I will do the same things on the board. Okay, you stop or pause this video for 10 minutes and go through the textbook. Okay, in this now I would like to give some completing sentences. P-L-E-T-I-N-G, completing, A-C-N-T-E-N-C-E-S, completing sentences. Okay. Paul went to Kavita's house. Paul went to K-O-V-I-T-A-S, Kavita's house. Paul went to Kavita's house. Then number 2, his t-shirt was S-H-I-R-T. His t-shirt was. Number 3, Miss Shahana was S-H-A-H-A-N-A. Miss Shahana was Number 4, Paul is afraid of. Paul is A-F-R-A-I-D, afraid, A-F-R-A-I-D, afraid of. Number 5, he escaped. He S-K-I-P-P-E-D, he escaped. Okay, students, I think you have completed your reading. Now you answer this part. You should pause the video again and write or complete the sentences. Paul went to Kavita's house the next day. The next day. The N-E-X-T. Next day. The next day. His t-shirt was gray color. His t-shirt was gray color. G-R-E-Y. Gray. C-O-L-O-U-R. Gray color. Miss Shana was a shy woman. Shy. S-H-Y. Shy. W-O-M-E-N. Miss Shana was shy woman. I mistook here. Shy woman. Paul is afraid of hot chilies. Hot chilies. Hot. C-H-I-L-L-I-E-S. C-H-I-L-I-E-S. Hot chilies. He skipped mashed potato. M-A-S-H-E-D. Mashed potato. Potato. Okay. So Paul went to Kavita's house the next day. His t-shirt was gray color. Miss Shana was a shy woman. Paul is afraid of hot chilies. He skipped mashed potato. Okay, but we like this mashed potato with fried eggs as well. Okay, so I am erasing the board. You should stop your video for another 5 minutes and you should go through your textbook again. Now in this part I will write some short questions. You have to answer them with 1 or 2 lines. Okay, so you should stop your video now. Your time starts now. I think you should write answer to the question. Keep your book close because it will be a brainstorming. It will be increase your capacity of writing the answer of the question. Maybe in exam you have to write the answer looking at the passage. Okay, short. H-H-O-R-T. Short. Q-U-E-S-T-I-O-N-S. Short questions. Yeah. Number 1. What did Paul greeted Kavita's mother? Sorry. How did Paul greeted G-R-T-E-D? How did Paul greeted Kavita's mother? Number 2. What did Kavita wanted to Paul? What did Kavita wanted to Paul? Number 3. What did Miss Shahana do? What did Miss S-H-A-H-A-N-A Miss Shahana do? Number 4. Why did Paul thank Kavita and her mother? Why did Paul Kavita and her M-O-T-H-E-R and her mother? Number 5. Why was he tired? Why was he tired? Why was he tired? So, dear students, you should pause the video again. You should look at the questions and find out the answer from your brain or from the textbook within 10 minutes. After these 10 minutes, you will open the video again and you will match your answer with my answer. Okay, now I am writing answer to the questions. Answer no. 1. Answer number 1. How did Paul greeted Kavita's mother? How did Paul greeted Kavita's mother? Look at the line. Paul greeted her warmly in his newly learned Bangla, Kemon achen. So, how did Paul greeted Kavita's mother? Paul greeted Kavita's mother. Paul greeted greeted Kavita's mother. Kavita's mother warmly in his newly learned Bangla. Kavita's mother warmly in his newly learned Bangla, 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 Kemon achen. I'm writing here, okay? KEMON, Kemon, ACHEN, Kemon achen. We are very familiar this type of writing. We are very familiar because in our mobile phone most often we write this type of Bangla in English words and then send to our friends and relatives. Yeah. Okay. Paul greeted Kavita's mother warmly in his newly learned Bangla, Kemon achen. Hope your answer matched with my answer. Okay. Now question number 2. What did Kavita wanted to Paul? What did Kavita wanted to Paul? What did Kavita want to Paul? What did Kavita want to Paul? Kavita wanted to Paul. Here you see, my dear students, she wanted him to write something for her school magazine. So, Kavita wanted to Paul to write something for her school magazine. Kavita wanted to Paul to write something, SOMETHING. Kavita wanted to Paul to write something for her school, SCHOOL, school magazine, MAGAZINE, school magazine. Kavita wanted to Paul to write something for her school magazine. Okay. Now, question number 3. I think you understood both 1 and 2. Question number 3. What did Miss Shahana do? Here in the text it is written, Miss Shahana prepared quite a number of Bangladeshi dishes. Prepared. What did Miss Shahana do? Miss Shahana, we will write Miss Shahana, Shahana. Miss Shahana cooked a number of Bangladeshi foods. Okay, Miss Shahana cooked a number, N-U-M-B-E-R, number of. Miss Shahana cooked a number of Bangladeshi foods. Bangladeshi foods. Okay. Miss Shahana cooked a number of Bangladeshi foods. Prepared. Prepared means cook. Prepare means cook. Food prepared means cook. And dish. Dish means big plate and food also. Answer number 4. Why did Paul, I skipped here a word. Why did Paul thank? Why did Paul thank? T-H-A-N-K. Thank. Here. Why did Paul thank Kavita and her mother? Paul thanked. Paul, T-H-A-N-K-E-D. Thanked Kavita and her mother. Kavita and her mother. M-O-T-H-E-R. Thanked Kavita and her mother. We get here, Paul thanked Kavita and Miss Shahana for the lunch. So, thanked Kavita and her mother for the lunch. Mother for the L-U-N-C-H. Lunch. Lunch means the food that we eat at noon. The food that we eat at noon. So, Paul thanked Kavita and her mother for the lunch. Okay, this is the end of the number 4. Now, another one, the last number 5. Why was he tired? He was tired. He was tired. Here the answer is clear. He was tired of having vegetables and fried eggs for the last few weeks. He was tired of having means eating. Having means eating. E-A-V-I-N-G. Having. He was tired of having vegetables. V-E-G-E-T-A-B-L-E-S. Vegetables and fried eggs. F-R-I-E-D. Fried eggs. He was tired of vegetables and fried eggs for the last few weeks. Fried eggs for the last few weeks. For the last few weeks. He was tired of having vegetables and fried eggs for the last few weeks. Okay, this is the end of number 5, and I think you have answered also correct, and you have matched your answer with my answer, and you must correct the mistaken parts of your answer script. So it's a time for homework. Look, students, at the last portion of the text here you have 5 questions. Your homework is answer to the questions. Okay, page number 90 questions. Page number 90 questions. 1 to 5. Okay, 1 to 5. So, my dear students, this is the end of the class for this day. If you like the class, thumbs up. And this is your school's YouTube channel, so you should subscribe this channel and push the bell button if you want to get the notification of your class first. So till then, we will meet you again in a new topic and new class. We have only one lesson. We have only one lesson of this unit. Okay, so we will meet again in our next class with the last lesson of unit 8. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Allah Hafiz.